Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Pharmacypedia. In this session, we are going to further learn about the Six Sigma concept. The topic has been taken from Industrial Pharmacy 2 and 7th semester Unit 4. So let us first try to understand what do we mean by the Six Sigma concept. Sigma basically refers in statistics to a term known as standard deviation. So you can see the sign of the standard deviation. So how much is your product deviating from the standard protocols, standard norms? So the ultimate aim of the Six Sigma concept is to understand that there should not be any sort of the defect into the final product. One has to specify the degree of the variations in a set of measurements, either a product or a process. So the basic aim is to first set the objectives and to find out and analyze whether the product is meeting to the expectations or not. For that, you need to undertake many steps. This is ultimately to build the quality to the product and to remove out all the deviations, all the defects from the product. So when we talk about the Six Sigma concept, it basically speaks about the deviation part. It basically talks about the standard deviation part. How can one remove the defects? That can be again in the form of the continuous improvement into the existing system and having the new creative thinking, new innovations which can help in the production in a better way. So the criteria for inventing the term Six Sigma concept was first done by the Motorola engineer named Bill Smith. Incidentally, the Six Sigma is federally indexed trademark of Motorola. So one can understand these are the system improvements which are being done to enhance the productivity of the company. For that, we need to understand and revise the system in a way that we work towards the continuous improvement part and also work for the new innovations and re-engineering part. So there are the two components of Six Sigma concept. First is DMAIC and second is the DMADV. We are going to discuss them one by one in detail and try to understand the difference between both of them. So let us first begin with the term DMAIC. Here there are basically the 5 components of DMAIC system. So Six Sigma is a regulations, it is a methodology and it is a data-driven approach for removing the imperfections. As I have told you earlier about the deviation part, about the defect, the ultimate aim of understanding the Six Sigma concept is to remove the defects into the product, to remove the deviations in the product so that you can ultimately satisfy the consumers, you can build the consumer satisfaction, and definitely it is going to improve the reputation of the company. So in a way, when we try to achieve these objectives, we have to work on the 5 aspects. First is the define, then second is the measure, third is the analyze, fourth is the improve and control. Now what are these we are talking about? Define. As the term indicate define, first we need to understand the customer expectations. We need to clearly go through what are the improvements which are desired by the consumer into our product so that we can understand where is actual the loophole. Then we need to define that loophole. Once that has been defined, we have to work in the direction of the quantification of the problem. How major is the problem and how we can actually remove it? What are the different ways by which we can work in the measurement of that problem? Third is the analysis of the root cause of the problem. So why this problem is being arising, or what is the root cause, and if we can remove the root cause, definitely the problems will be removed forever. So we need to understand in-depth analysis of the problem. Next, we have to improve the product. You can definitely remove the problem once you have analyzed the root cause problem, but ultimate aim is to also at the same time improve the product and verify the solution. So whatever solution have been taken up after the analysis of the root cause of the problem, they need to be verified enough so that they are working in a proper way. And the last is the control. We need to see and check continuously whatever solution is being derived, whether it is able to maintain that solution or not. Is it able to really solve the problem or not? If it is not able to really solve it, we need to again work on these aspects again. So it is a continuous improvement program, continuous re-improvement of the analysis to bring the quality of the product, to remove all the deviations, to remove all the defects so that you can build up the zero defect product and ultimately satisfy the consumer. So DMIC is a 5-step method for the improving the existing process problems with unknown causes. So it basically refers to data-driven worthy approach for improving procedures and is an integral part of the company's Six Sigma quality problem. DMAIC is evolving for 5 interrelated phases: define, measure, analyze, improve and control. So you simply have to remember DMAIC. Okay. Next we move on to the another part. So one has to be clear enough in understanding the DMAIC approach in a way that when you define the problem and the objectives, then you what do we need to improve, that you have to measure the, and then third is the analysis part. You have to analyze the process and define the factors which are actually influencing it. What is the root cause? Then you have to identify and implement the solution part, and last is the control part, whereby you have to assure that the improvements will sustain. Yes. The other concept of the Six Sigma concept is the DMADV. Now, how does it differ from the previous one? Here we are adding the design and the verification part, because the ultimate aim of DMAIC was to work on the existing project, to work on the improvements of the existing project, to remove the defects from the existing process. So in a way, it is a continuous improvement program. So here we are actually focusing on the improvement. Now another approach is the DMADV approach, that is define, measure, analyze, design and verify. As you can see the term design, you can understand this is the creativity part. This is the whereby you are working on the new projects. So it is a setup of a system which is employed to growing new developments of the product. So whenever any company is developing new products or new processes, they need to work on this design model. So it simply says define, measure, analyze, design and verify. So verify actually refers to the quality management systems which operate on the basis of the testings, involves the inspection and reviewing in order to establish and document and meet the regulatory and technical standards. So it simply means you have to add innovation on your product. Then after adding the you need to check and verify it many times to ensure that it is working fine and there is no defects associated with it. So let us try to understand the differences between both DMAIC and DMADV approach. So for the DMAIC approach, the emphasis is more on correcting an existing process and reducing the existing variation. Whereas the DMADV is more involved in creation of a process standardization with an optimized design or doing it right first time. So it is actually referring to the new product, new process development. The aim of the DMAIC is correction. So it involves a continuous improvement, whereas the aim for DMADV is prevention. So DMAIC actually uses more of the statistical tools and numerical and quantitative analysis to arrive at the solution. Whereas when we talk about the DMADV, since it talks about the verification in the design, it uses qualitative tools like Kano model or QFD. DMAIC involves one or two CTQ and looks at the processes and ultimately aims to improve the CTQ. Whereas the DMADV focuses on every CTQ that matters and looks at the product and services. At the same time, they are being delivered and aims to bring a large-scale improvement. So when we talk about the DMAIC, it is a short duration to fix a customer problem. So it is on a small level, whereas the DMADV projects are at a much larger scale and take a longer time to develop, since they are basically working on the innovations, they are working on the design and verification. Now let us try to understand the benefits and the application part of the Six Sigma concept. So this concept can be utilized for the development of the new products, work on the existing product improvements. It basically emphasizes on the team building, and it lays down stress on the constant improvements and the training of the personnel working over there, so that the company works in a right direction. Moreover, when you have the zero defects in the product, you can easily satisfy the customer and the reputation of the company improves. Moreover, it works in a simplified way. It works in a more logical way. So the workflow happens in such a way that there is the cost reduction at each level, which actually helps out in the building of the company. Moreover, there is an increased aptitude for the organization growth. So you can understand Six Sigma concepts are very important at each level of the organization, since they talk about both the continuous improvement, both innovation, both improvements, and ultimately aim to develop the zero defect in the product, which is very much desired in today's competitive world. And one can understand, if you have to make the company rise, you have to work on these models. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel Pharmacypedia for getting further updates. If you have any doubt or query, please revert in the chat box. Thank you so much.